Good morning, everybody. Okay Fixer here. There's a young man that I know I met from car shows, has a 1970 Volkswagen Beetle, and he needs some work on his done. We had pulled it in here last week. I didn't get any video of it. I will this time. And we did a real quick tune-up on it. It was running on 3 cylinders. One of the spark plug wires was actually broke off, and numerous things. We changed the spark plugs and the points and stuff. I never got a real good chance to dwell them or real good chance to set the timing and such. And he had a fuel leak, and he still does, but he has a new carburetor for it and a new exhaust, and we're going to do I'm going to check the dwell on it, and we're going to time it other than statically. And the exhaust he has and the carburetor he has is not a factory exhaust and a carburetor, but it's better than what he has, which is fuel spritzing out all over the place and a really loud car. So, you know, factory parts, well, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, and it's better than, at least he's doing something to his car. So we have some tools out here. Got my glasses. Can't see without my glasses. Okay, have my glasses. That's a cheap poker and drill and various implements of destruction to do the demo on this. And got probably the most important tool. Well, it's the second most important tool. It would be the acetylene hacksaw, because I'm sure we're going to need that to get those nuts right there cherry red on his car and on the other side. In order to get them off, they're probably froze right up, and I don't want to break the studs off on the cylinders because we don't have the engine out. The first most important is going to be some bottles of water, if we're going to use that, and a fire extinguisher, which we have handy. Okay, I'm waiting on him. He should be along directly.
Hey Dan, did you hear that noise? I know you did.
What noise?
What is that?
What?
The clutch going bad?
What noise?
It was like
Might be your throwout bearing.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yes, sir.
Just keep driving it.
Yes, sir. You doing all right there?
I'm doing all right. Hey, what's up?
Not much.
That's Leon. And he has Leon in Cars. And I will put a link to his channel on this. And this is his 70. Well, let's have a look at the parts he's got. He's got installation kit. That's pretty nice. He's got this kind of header type exhaust. And then he's got carburetor. Boy, that doesn't weigh anything.
Yeah. Oh shoot, I forgot to bring my Germany one I meant to show you.
Yeah.
But it's just like the one you showed me. Locked up. I need to send it to you.
See, that's got the adapter for the big. So we'll have to probably take that off.
Okay.
That adapter. We'll see how well she works. It's got an air adjustment, and it's got a idle adjustment. Threaded barb too. Look at that. There it goes.
I try to get the one that looked the most like the German one.
Yeah. Well, let's see how that works. Well, first thing let's do, let's time this,
Okay.
and let's put the dwell meter on it and see if we got our points and our timing right before we do anything.
Right.
All right, the big reveal. Oh my God, look at the gas all over the place. I think before we set the dwell and the timing, we'll probably have to go replace that carburetor because it's just squirting all over the place unless it's a fuel pump.
Hey, Dan, I could have been coming in hot. You hear me? Literally. Oh, let me turn on.
The ignition isn't on, is it? All right, I think I want to replace this carburetor first because it's squirting gas everywhere, unless it is the fuel pump. And the fuel pump's all wet, so I don't know. Yeah, I have to have a look at it. All right, let's see where this is spraying out all over. I better get back, you never know.
And then, Dan, in 2012, like I had Android phones and all that, so all the old videos I had of my dad, those phones are, you know, gone. Videos is just lost.
Lost.
Yep. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's doing it again. Soon as it get to your house. Don't want to start.
Got any oh, I just heard something click back here, so.
Yeah, I just took the battery off and put it back on. I just did it again.
Nothing, huh?
Something going on with my terminals or something.
I think it's on your starter itself. I think it's a terminal on your starter.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to look at that too. Let's just get things replaced and then we'll start it. All right, I got his carburetor off, and this is oil, and it's from that oil bath air cleaner. And as you remember, I did the same thing on his oil bath air cleaner as I did mine. I filled it up too much, and it's coming out of the air cleaner. So it doesn't necessarily have a gas leak per se. It does have a gas leak, but it's all that shiny stuff is oil. Here's this old carburetor, and his old carburetor is it's not a German one. I think it's Mexican. It's a Bocol or something or other like that, I think.
Oh.
From
Solex.
yeah, it says Solex, but it also says Bocol on it, which means it's either Mexican or Brazilian. It's not an original German part. But I'm going to take that, and the problem is on his carburetor, this new one, he has this adapter, and this adapter is going to have to come off so it fits on there, and go from there. Take that off. I've got to take the studs out of this, and put them in this one. So of course, take two bolts or two nuts and tighten them up on there, one on top of another. You gotta have 2 wrenches in order to do it. And then you can just take the bottom one and she'll just come right out of there like that. Turn it a little bit, just like that. And then once you get your stud in there, you can just reverse the process. That way you're not putting vice grips on it and boogering the threads all up. Like that. All right, I have this carburetor on there. The problem is I've got this harness, which didn't look too good to begin with, and it's connecting the choke, and it connects the electromagnetic cutoff valve over here, but now the new one's over here. So we'll have to make up a new wiring harness to go on there. So that's what I'm going to do next. Train. So this is got me perplexed. This is a B case engine, although the number has been ground out and then restamped. Okay, now this is a 70, so it should have a B case engine. It is a single relief case. All right, so it is correct. but it's also sporting a universal case Type 3 adapter. Could it be a Type 3 engine? It's an original VW block. It says VW on the side. So you guys put in your comments what you think this thing might be. Is it an original Type 3? And did the Type 3 in 1970 have a B case? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, what we're doing is we're getting these nuts off right here. The other ones broke off, so as best we can. And we'll get those off. I also got to get this connector that goes to these preheat boxes off.
Hey, do you think that's giving a exhaust leak?
So you can't believe the kind of mess it was trying to get the exhaust off in here, and I had to weld things all back up the best way I could. They had the exhaust welded on. One of the studs was missing, so I put a new stud in it, and I think I'm going to be able to get it on. It's not perfect. It works, yeah. It's not perfect. The whole situation is this engine's going to have to come out anyways because he's got a throwout bearing that's making noise. So, you know, we'll take his heat boxes off. We'll cut those things off. We'll buy some new ends on it and make it correct. But for right now, you know, I'm not going to pull the engine out. Plus, we don't have those ends to go in there. So we're going to do it the best way we can. But coming along, and it's a rotted mess. It wasn't even connected there. Blown out here. Blown out there. And yeah, it's a mess. All right, we've managed to get that exhaust on, and seems to be okay. Had to do a lot of fudging on those heater boxes, but we got it on there. I closed off his air too because he's just losing all his air. He doesn't have cables to open up his heat boxes, so it's pointless, and why lose all your air? The carburetor seems to work pretty good. Ropes on. And I opened up those points a little bit. And our dwell is about 48. So we need to put a timing light on this next and see where our timing is. Let me hold the gun for you. Yeah, you can point that at it and just squeeze the trigger. Underneath there and cleaned up his contacts on his starter. Now his twisted wires under the dash, yeah, I know, work now, so at least it starts. I've drained a little bit of oil out of this, so it's not going to be leaking out all over anymore. The timing, we advanced it a little bit because this carburetor does not draw the precise or sufficient vacuum for the operation of this dash pot, or the dash pot's leaking. I can pull the vacuum and suck on it, and you can watch the advance, but I don't know. So he doesn't have money for a distributor or carburetor right now. Essentially, the engine's got to come out because you run it and that happens, and it's pretty savage. So. But, you know, a little at a time, So we're going to wait till a really crappy day where I'm not doing anything, he can bring it over here. We can pull the engine out, and we'll do some step-by-steps on it that it'll be a lot more fun to watch for you guys, that's for sure. And yeah, in the meantime, yeah, there you go. So I'm gonna put this air cleaner on. We're gonna bid this car adieu. This is from Louisiana, this car. But it's got a lot of surface rust, but it's not rotten, you know, in the corners and stuff. It's not, doesn't have any rot. It still has floor pans and heater channels and the doors shut, you know, that kind of stuff. And it has a few small problems, but it's relatively straight as far as I'd love to have this car to work with, you know. And, you know, like I said, if you paint this car, you can't unpaint it. See? So it's one of those things that's probably worth more as an unpainted car, not been painted, as it would be if it were painted. So, you know, I really dig the heater channels, and let's watch this door. It's just like effortless. There's not the typical blowout here up underneath. Actually, it's in pretty good shape.
Hey, then I can't get it on the highway to have a highway blowout.
No. Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, let's finish this up then. All right, we're good to go. Let's see if it starts. Sound pretty mean. That thing's louder now than it was with the broken exhaust. And of course that's no bueno. That's savage right there. Yeah, so I get he gets to drive away and I get the mess. Yay! Yeah, you know, I'm just trying to help. Well, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you later.